Hello everyone, welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn, where we left things off in a bit of an awkward spot. Last time went on pretty late and of course hit the big boss battle, and then we ended up not being able to do it. So right now, as the best way I have figured to do this, just so you don't see me, just banging my head against a brick wall for hours and getting really frustrated, is changing difficulty, which I have no qualms about doing at all. I did try a little bit before the stream. I tried playing it on hard and it was just nothing was working. That's what we were on before. No damage being done. It was just, it was slaughtering me. I switched the difficulty down to easy, and it still is quite a challenging fight. But it's just basically you don't get kind of insta killed. So it's not just going to be a I shoot it once and it dies. It's going to be a lot of running around and screaming still, but it's just we actually have a chance to kill it this time, because I got it down to about half health, whereas on hard I just wasn't making any dent in the health at all. So I think we'll, just for this fight at least, we'll switch it down to easy, just so we can get through it, because I'm more concerned about...
Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the time was for?
I am more concerned about there we go. Right, the audio ducking wasn't on. Right, so yeah, I'm more concerned about the story really than beating things at ridiculously hard levels. So a few things then. So just to make sure, it is on easy, and I need to do a little more prep here. So what we have to do is it's already remembered that. Again, the weird thing of you don't save. I'm not sure what gets saved at save points, because it seems that things get saved anyway. But I need to... Oh, I have the Blazing Heavy on already. Okay. So I beefed this up a bit with just more fire protection. So now we have the strangely skimpy but incredibly effective against fire outfit. This is very odd. I've got 3 of these super healing potions. I've got some fire resist potions as well. And now it's going to be, it's going to be a matter of what weapons do I want. So I need... I don't know if I need the tripwires. Well, I've also swapped things for the Shadow version rather than the Banuk super weapons, because as I figured, and as was pointed out in the comments, these just, they fire off straight away, whereas the Banuk ones are a lot more, you have to kind of hold them down, and they do more damage, but they take longer. Time is not something we have here. Really, it's gonna destroy us while we're aiming. So right, hopefully we can beat this bugger.
A new unit that's Cyan warned us about.
If not first time, then maybe later on. Ah, yeah, see, like that would have knocked off like 90% of my health with the old version. Was how to actually avoid this thing. Okay, right, so we go over there, and go over here, let's get our bead on him. If I can just get you. Damn it. Oh, how many? There's 2 of those. Interesting. So, these are little freeze bombs. They're quite handy. We can get him near those. Where the hell is he? Come on. Ow. Let me redo that one. Like that. Stop squirming. But we're lowering the health bar. That's happening. I'm lobbing bombs at him as well, which is also good. I don't know what I can do to knock the bits off him. Okay, there we go. So, you know, this is easy, and holy crap. This is on easy mode, and it's still a complete bitch to do. Also, you know, focus on these guys, like, support dudes. Okay, wow. Get you. There we go. Getting them down slowly, but it's a struggle. Yeah, the struggle is real. Holy crap balls. Please, yeah, little bugger. Oh my god, what is falling from the sky? Ow. Getting them down to half. So yeah, this is not the easy way out. Like, it's still bloody difficult, but it's conceivably doable. Ah! Bomb. 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 Let's just keep going with the bomb. Oh shite. Don't lob a huge mountain at me. Please. Ow. Ow. Okay. Now we're getting them.
Another tower! Stop it from repairing the beast!
What? Ah. Ah. Can I give me time to do this? No, of course you're not. Ah. Okay, wait. Where's your yellow thing? Why am I moving? Ah.
Deal with the tower! Quickly!
Hello? Come on. Ah. Oh, wait. Hold her, like, come on.
Quickly!
Got it. Still on half. Not doing anything. Of course, I'm just getting it from it's here. More direct weapons. I have no idea if that was doing any good whatsoever. A bit more fire resist though. I mean, what's the point of dodging if that just doesn't really do anything? Okay, got it. We are getting it down. It's like the best. Oh Christ, another one. Where? Get away from there. Come on, come on, come on. Move.
We can't kill the machine while the tower aids it.
Got it. Power down. Crap. Ah. Yeah, I would have died a million times at this point. Hold still. Okay. Even if I do die, like, I can do this. I know I can do this, basically, at this level. Like, we're getting there. He's quite damaged. Where's that freeze thing? Getting him out. Where'd it go? Another one? That lava thing is ridiculous. I'm like, how the hell do I shoot his things off? Ah! So flipping quick. Ah, come on. Stay down. Runway. Do with a potion, but fire resist potion. Come on. Getting him. Getting him. Damn it. Fire resist. Quick. Got one of those things. Finally. One of his vulnerable spots is down. Did we get him? Is he down? He's down! Oh my god. Whew. Wow.
What must be done with it?
I gotta override it now. Well, there we go. Holy crap. That like 10-minute fight or something. Right, when I get out of here I will sort the difficulty out and go back to what we were, because the rest of the game is fine. It's just, you know, these huge fights that were the problem, but that pretty much
What are you going to do to that tower? Do it now.
did killed everything that I had. I'm completely out of resources now. So yeah. Let's say, is that a spear damage coil? That's just a normal damage coil. Right, well, what do I have that I can remove? So, So, yeah. Or, sorry, there we go. Take that.
It must be as you say. The tower is the key.
Yes, yes, yes. Hold on, our attack. I need to get things. How you still got something in here? Oh, it's a health boost potion. Anything else to loot? I think we're basically down to finishing, doing the last bit, basically. I shall gather some of this.
The tower. Perhaps it must be destroyed.
I'm not sure how we're supposed to get over there. Oh, that's from the other side. Okay, yes. Like, if I'd done this on hard, I mean, when those other towers showed up, I would have just been annihilated. Right, let's end this.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative. Warning on our network.
Ugh.
Maria! Don't!
Uh-oh.
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Don't do it. Oh no.
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free.
She's gonna make it.
You must escape.
No, maybe not.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go.
Rip Araya.
Let's go!
Oh wait, now we're gonna run. Crap. Where are we going? That way. Right, let's go! Yes. Well, it was, I suppose, better that she sacrificed herself for me, but...
One of those?
It's the only way!
Good. Let's have a cutscene for that, please. Jump! Hopefully this whole rail doesn't collapse. Ah, whoa. Oh, great. Oh, snap. That's not good.
Get me up top, Aratak! Now!
Swing! Glad this is all a cutscene. How are you gonna fix this?
I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Good thing I had that on me. Oh.
Great Manukai!
Yeah. Oh, that's good timing. Ow. Avalanche! Somehow we're still on top of the snow. It's really not the best outfit for this, Aloy. Miraculously, nothing broken. Can he have his tribe back now? I'm done with it.
Rhea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Ah. Maybe she's still there.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
So, what of the volcano? Huh. Well, first, let's get something a little more appropriate for the weather. They could go with a chieftain outfit as well, but let's do that one. Alright, enough with the skimpy. Whew! Well, we did it. Astonishingly. And as promised, let's go back to hard. But yeah, I mean, that fight was pretty brutal. And if basically, I think easy, it significantly reduces the amount of damage you take. And that was still pretty painful. Right, we got claws beneath. Missing hunters up there. Frontier justice, which you gotta do. But I think that's everything. Araya's retreat is that away. We are there. Did we actually get to the overrides? Well, there's some quest over here. What's that? Oh, the forge fire thing. Yeah, where are we? Hang on, we're over there. I don't suppose we can go to the right there, can we? Can we? fire kiln route is over there. Is that the volcano? Did it get plugged? Ah! Why can't I go and get that? Ah, why you tempt me? Okay. Right, let's go back here then. Woo! Whew. Right. At least I know that's an option now if anything does get impossibly hard, which I honestly think the Horus, you know, if we're going to fight Horus at the end of this, which I presume we are, or not Horus, other god, Hades, then it's not going to be as hard as that fight was.
You either hunt well or you don't hunt at all.
Right. Let's just save that. And where's what's the nuts? Varga.
I wonder what sort of challenge they present.
Oh yes, please. I will gladly take that. I'm just running around like a nut here, so let's just activate that quest. Alright, there you are. Can't see the all this snow.
Found the part. Ready to fix up that weapon?
I am always ready to fix up a weapon.
There you go. You can do
I
that.
thought I'd be glad to see the inside of a Thunderjaw's mouth.
I sure am. Every machine's a big box of tools. Once they stop trying to kill you, that is. Trust me, Aloy. You won't recognize this ice rail when I'm through. There. Oh, she's perfect. A spear's a spear, right? Poke slash done. Boring. I adjusted the chill water flow, rebalanced here, strapped on a launcher, and now she shoots freezing spikes. Ta-da!
You weren't kidding.
More beautiful, more powerful. That's my guarantee.
I'll take that then. Also, you can fix up the forge fire that you made originally.
I've got what you asked for. Show me what you had in mind for the forge fire.
Finally. Was feeling like I neglected her. And that's a little too close to my family life. She's done and she's yours. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Looks great. I almost expected you to turn it into a burning ropecaster or something.
Nah, she was close to perfect from the start. She's a Varga original after all.
You're sure you can fix up this thing?
You bet.
Right.
Probably. Just need that Stormbird talent.
Okay.
You've done good work with this weapon, Varga.
Told you I was good. Anyway, I'm glad she's in your hands.
Thanks for your work on the forge fire.
Pleasure. I mean, you couldn't be more of an improvement on her last owner. What a pile of slag he was.
True. Well, so long. I might be back for the storm slinger.
If I find anything I think you'd like, I'll be back around.
You better.
So yeah, because we haven't officially encountered a Stormbird yet.
We promised the Target justice for their murdered friend. Why do they remain in the cut?
Anything else? There we go. Okay. So, we got an ice cannon. And we've got I guess that's just gonna fire more, do more flame damage or something. Right, so Forge of Winter, Frontier Justice, etc. Shall we? This is all other things, right? Like let's do these first, I think, because what I basically want to do is see if I can like get all this stuff done, and then we can wrap up the whole Frozen Wilds and head back to the Sundom and carry on with the main quest line, because we still have secrets and things to discover there, and now I'm ridiculously overpowered. So Right. You are there. Oh yeah. That's, and we also have that fun little, the other fun little dude. The, Rockbreaker. Claws Beneath. Yeah. So, yeah, when we arrive at the campfire here, I'll just see if we can, if we actually did get the Epsilon overrides, or maybe we're going to get them. Maybe we're going to get them there. No, it's still locked. Fireclaw. Override impossible. Oh, that's a site override, okay. So yeah, they're still locked, interestingly. Right. Okay, where are we? We are by the pools. That's Stony Old Camp. Could, oops, head up, here. And, don't need any of you. Do need you, though. I mean, I could do the call mount thing, really, couldn't I? But I think the merchant dude's in here. The camp that we liberated earlier. Hey folks, how you doing? Can I? How do we get up here? Why they never make it easy? Over here. Assuming there's some way in here. Ah, where are you?
Foolish young hunters. They speak.
There you are. Got a medicine pouch. Right, you. I don't think, yeah, we need a lot more of that. Right, I need Blaze rather urgently. I think I'm good for everything else. I could just, of course, buy the ammo. And then I'll just have Blaze for next time. More ice cannon stuff. Actually running out of money. But you didn't get any bombs, did you? Okay. Alright. Let's do a little cleaning up here then. Let's... Oh, I see. You've got a little extra freeze mod on you now. Right, you're the warbow. You're the power shot bow. Let's put you at the bottom. Put Trip on the right. at the top, and warbow over here, or that over there. I could try some of these. Sure, let's put the ice rail over there.
Whoever does eventually kill.
Oh, so we got the cannon and the thing there. Okay. And modify weapon. Where is that? Ice rail. So you got 44 freeze on there. And we could just do a damage. It's either that or handling. But oh, damage. I guess we'll do damage there as well, unless we want to put even more fire on. That'll work. Even more fire. Okay. Now, to head up there. And unfortunately we don't have any campfires particularly near there. I suppose you could go to that one. Whew. Good. I'm glad we managed to get that big fight done there. That really stumped me at the end of the last time. So, right, Keena's Rock. So we will do this, and then I think we'll do this one, then we'll head back to Araya's Retreat, and we'll get that done, and then that could be like the first hour, or the first 2 hour sesh. Right, I think we're going the right way here. Damn it. Squirrel. Hard to hit those. Shall we? George! Hey, buddy. Long time no see. Let's take the scenic route here. Nah, I'm good. I'm not going to be doing hunting grounds right now. Oops. Have we wandered off track? We have. Where's the track? There's the track. Debris. There's a big bird. Might have been a good hawk, I don't know, but let's say you let's just plot back here a sec. A sawtooth. More to the point, is it a demonic one or a normal one? Don't you dare, mate. Does that work? know if that worked. Okay. Oi. Yeah, I think they killed it. Right, you. Hi. Stab. Stab.
Okay, they're heading back.
Oh. Forgot what normal combat was like. So you require a lot of charging up. I see. Oh, did yours go down? Damn it. I guess I forgot that he would just jump on George, really.
You're not gonna be the one to stop me.
Oh, okay. Ah. Not quite. Ah. It's a nibble. Aha! Smite. And now I'm going to override you. You gonna behave?
Better. No more time to recover.
Bad kitty. George, Mark II. There you are. Thank you. As I was saying. That. Assuming I'm still going in the right direction. Yes.
I think I found one of the hunters.
Okay, I think I may want the champion bow over there. Smack. Oh, you're down anyway.
Quick! They'll shake off the ice soon enough.
What do you got there? Okay. Got ya. Blech.
An outlander, huh? Well, who else would join me on this path I've taken?
Which path would that be?
Away from tradition. Away from the Werak. It's not so. Damn. They need metal too. But my need is greater.
It's fine, they're just scrappers.
Still, the Banuk don't accept help. Is it true?
They don't. I do.
Alright. Oh, that's fine. Ow. Of course, having said, ha, scrappers, of course I knew I would get killed. But, in my defense, they were Glinthawks. Wasn't just scrappers. Okay. Come on then, you bugger. Nah. Right. That should be a bit more manageable. Okay. Get a bugger. Get you as well. Stab. Another one can't be much alive. Ah. Ah. There you go. Oh, I got it. Oh. Alright, that was a little bit of a struggle. But that was largely a little bit of hubris.
You'll help.
But we got it. Now to loot everything out.
An outlander. Chieftain of a Werak. It's stranger in the cut than I
Oh
thought.
good, you recognize me.
You fight well. I am a Cree.
Thank you. I'm Aloy. I heard the White Teeth were missing 2 hunters. You look like you could leave if you wanted to, so...
I stayed because of the other. Mylen. She snapped her leg descending the ice. I've bided my time keeping vigil, but now she must return to the Werak before they leave.
Is joining the White Teeth so important to you?
It's one of the great Weraks of Ban-Or. Not so many great ones left now. I would go where Mylen went. I was her shadow on the snow, and she was mine. To be a runner with the White Teeth was everything to her.
Probably not going to be able to run very well now, though.
You know this Mylan well.
Since our knees were always skinned. All my life. In a test to prove that we only need ourselves. That was my weakness.
Sounds like she was lucky for your weakness.
That's not the way she sees it.
Mylan won't let you help her, will she? Because of the rules of this test.
You're quick as a rockfall.
No, just used to being told what's forbidden to me.
She won't allow it. Won't take the medicinal plants I found or the food. Only what she can scrape up on hands and knees. I could get close when she was delirious. But now she's learned not to let me get close.
So she's going to be a handful.
What's this ordeal supposed to prove?
That we have the strength of our ancestors. That we can survive as they did. When they came in search of a homeland, some were trapped against this glacier by a snowstorm. 4 days, 4 nights. After the storm cleared, the survivors sighted a Tolnek, which led them up into Banor. Well, that's the story I learned anyway.
Okay.
So let's get her back to the Werrick.
All right. I've made a splint for her leg. Medicine for the pain, but I should warn you, she won't take them willingly. The law of survival...
Tribal law shouldn't keep us apart from the ones we care for.
Even if she cares more for the law.
Well, hammer some sense into her. No point. I mean,
Let's
you
go.
can go to your death respecting the law, I suppose. But I think it would probably be better all round if you just lived, you know? Right. I'm good. I'm good. I think I got everyone.
Let's go. While there's light.
So hang on, there's a ladder down there. Little
Hey,
tunnel.
Lloyd? Are you
Yes.
with me?
Sorry, I'm with you. You make a little shelter there?
Later.
Oh no, the ladder.
Come. Up.
I got it. I'll take that. I don't know if I should wear my chieftain armor or not. I don't know if that actually would get me more recognized. I mean, they seem to be recognizing that I am the chieftain. But, be a bit nicer if they recognize me as such with the outfit on, perhaps.
That's where we're going. The frozen flow from the Ice Father. It keeps many things, but it won't have her.
Not if we can help it.
Okay. I don't know what the frozen flow from the Ice Father is, but I'll just follow you. Across this precarious rope thing, which is completely normal. And I am utterly used to that.
More up?
We're lucky. Handholds have thawed.
This actually looks not snowy for once. I have to get out of the snow, that's for sure. There we go.
There. She's passed out again.
Oh, great.
Between us, we can fight the machines off before they reach her.
Another tradition broken.
Take it from me. Gets easier the more you do it.
Okay. How about... actually... Are you demonic? You're not. I'm at it, boys. Might as well let them just do the work.
Scrappers! In thin air, they smell metal for miles.
Where?
Come on, give me a real challenge. You'll never catch me like that.
Oh, you survived, eh?
Break them down.
Okay. Reassessment of tactics. as well. You're down as well. Well, and go down as well.
Tortures now! This
What?
is easy, Aloy.
Freaking hell! Oh crap! Okay. Let's hide. Hoping I could just.
You won't best this ice turn.
Moving. Right, okay. Is it just one? Ow, ow. Ah. Okay, and I want bombs, because damn it, those are better. Wow, right. Surprise!
This machine.
That interface really sucks. Let's just spend precious seconds just faffing around with that. Fine. Not like a flipping. Ah. You are like a ow, fire claw, but not quite as bad. Okay. Ow. All the while she's just blissfully sleeping through that. Oh, I haven't got any. Okay, where are you?
Stay down!
Aha! That damaged you significantly. Alright, ooh. Hello. Ow. Ow. Got ya!
We did it.
Christ. Whew! Those things are also annoying. And would really like to get the override for that one. Okay. Pick me up proximity bombs. Let's get all the stuff that's around.
I'll tuck that away.
I was like, yeah, I could do this. It's totally fine. Long legs, oh, stalkers, fine. And then it's like, oh. And of course, one of those flipping scorcher things. I mean, there's still demonic corruption around, it seems. At least I think that was the, yeah, it was the demonic scorcher, wasn't it? So yeah. I don't know if that means the demon is still around somehow, but I thought we got him there. Hephaestus was down. Just stocking up, hang on. Whew. Okay, where's thingy? There she is.
I can feel her fever even in this cold. She shouldn't have been putting weight on this leg.
She is awake. Miss Outlander. You brought her here, Ikri?
Hi, Chieftain.
You think I went to the Nora homelands to find a spear to drive between us? I told you. The ordeal is mine, and mine alone. I will survive!
Which would you rather keep, Mylen? Your leg or your pride? Because I think you're gonna have to choose.
Finish it.
I know what you think of me. But I vowed you'd join the White Teeth. And you will.
I will go back. Alone.
See how far you get there.
No! Let me do this. Please. Let her.
Mylen,
AM.
I hope you can forgive me someday.
I never accepted your help. It's the Werak you should ask for forgiveness.
I didn't care about the Werak.
She'll understand. You saved her life.
You don't know the Banuk very well, Aloy. We have so many ways to express a grudge, and only one to accept an apology. I have to go my own way. I don't belong with them, who left her to die. And I don't belong with
Ikri.
I'll find a crack in this glacier, and I'll shout my grief into it. And the ice can keep it forever.
What should I tell them? The Werak.
That I fell. And that she endured. Will you?
well, that's the way you want to do it. But presumably you're just going to go and find someone else to join, so I'm going to assume you're not just going to sit here and die. So, anyway, yes, hi Liam. You may be wondering why I'm not fighting a bear claw. Not bear claw. What are they called? Fire claw. But that's because we've done that. I managed to get past it. Did manage to... Basically, I got past it by changing difficulty to easy, but it was still like a 15-minute fight or something. It was ridiculous. But it was at least doable. So we're just wrapping a few things up here, and then we're going to go off to Rhea's retreat to wrap a few things up there, which you will see. But yeah, we are out of the volcano thing, and I haven't been able to tell yet whether it's actually still there or not. I guess. Let's head back here for a second, because you definitely can see the volcano from here. So we can see if it's still erupting or not. Because basically the facility there was destroyed. But I'm back to hard difficulty now, so. Which is why I had such a time with all that lot there. But yeah, plan is to finish all this up, like in the first session here, and then second part we'll see about heading back to the Karja lands, etc. If we're not just wrapping up all the other little quests.
I think there's frost between my teeth.
Oh. Does kind of look a bit not erupty anymore, doesn't it? So where is it one? Oh, there. Yeah, it's over there, isn't it? Theoretically, we should have the Epsilon overrides, but I think we're going to get them when we actually go back to Rhea's retreat. But yeah, there's a volcano, and it is silent. Thunder's drum is not thundering.
We whisper harvest songs as we take parts from the machines. In this way, they know we honor their deaths.
Which might explain why it's so quiet. Like, I mean, isn't there background noise going on usually, like rumbling? But yeah, this is all quiet. Yeah, so, right, where is the White Chieftain dude here? Well, they're gonna have to call it something else now, I guess. Silence drum. But yeah, we'll finish off this little White Chieftain thing, and then we'll head over to Rhea's retreat, and you can see what happened. Obviously, if you didn't see the fight and the aftermath, there will be a bit of a spoilerage happening there, but let's just say not everybody made it out. We could say we fixed Cyan. Not entirely sure at this point. Right, where are you?
The song has kept me company in your absence.
You're over here. Right, White
Can't go around taking
Chieftain.
vengeance on random
Len has returned.
I expect you have something to say about this.
I do.
Then convince me what an Outlander's word is worth.
I'm not up on all of the Banuk traditions, but I know what matters to you is that your laws are upheld. Going by the rules of your ordeal, she endured the 4 days and the 4 nights. She faced the extremes and survived. Seems to me that's what you wanted.
Just so.
Then by the law, Mylen will wear our paint.
Outlander. So nothing of the other hunter? The one called Ykri?
She's gone. She sounded brave.
Her name will always be in my song.
Well,
Ykri, you passed from us like smoke, but your name will linger,
I remember
as incense
hearing
does.
Nux hunts when I was young.
well, she ain't dead as far as I know. She just chose not to come back.
For every hunter except
Right. Let us. Where are we? We're up here. Can just skip straight over to that. I think that's almost at the retreat anyway. So let's get this finished and see what the aftermath of it all is. Yeah, I think that was the big quest, the main quest, but we'll see what's going on. We solved the immediate problem of the Fireclaw and Thunder's Drum, but there's a few other things that need to get wrapped up. It really is quiet, isn't it? I mean, I never really noticed it before, but like it seems anomalously quiet now. That's really quite good. Right. I'm assuming this is the right spot. There's Cyan.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first.
So Aurea did make it.
I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the Daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again.
He's got to work that
Come
out.
closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
So yeah, Aurea, I won't, I'll let you watch it, but suffice it to say, she did not make it out of the Thunder's Drum, but it was a good way to go. So, anything else to do around here? No. Let's talk to Cyan.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Right. Lots and lots of things.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Aurea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
I like that. I'm just going to solve some Gaussian integer problems just to keep me going here for hundreds of years.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Oh, okay. Now, was Hephaestus destroyed? Probably not, but...
It was the daemon, Hephaestus. Destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
So, can you attack this place?
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors, more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Aurea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds... terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I like that she's changing colour depending on her moods. I guess yellow is agitated or something. But yeah, Hephaestus and Zero Dawn. I'm hoping this doesn't give away anything that I haven't heard yet, but we'll try.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
I still don't know where that signal came from.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. What are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
Again, it went yellow. Oh, we're going to talk about the satellite thing.
I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I.
Yeah, it would save a few things. Ooh, metal flowers. Yes, let's ask about that.
I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers and look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark. And may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
So, I think the planty one was Demeter, or the planty aspect, or whatever it is, was Demeter. So maybe she or it or whatever is the one behind the poems there, or the flowers. But yeah, it does look like it's a terraforming thing, doesn't it? Right, so let's get on to the subject of Ourea.
You meant a lot to Ourea.
Once I understood Ourea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Ourea's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Ourea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
I don't know what that means, but well, Aloy doesn't. I do, but maybe she does. I don't know. Maybe they have catharsis in this culture. I don't know.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Ourea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan.
Oh, I thought that said else. It was like, what? The AI isn't it? What was it like? Well, let's just go around again.
Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
Nice. They actually made a mark. That's awesome.
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Yeah, seems like the type who would.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistance to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
That's true.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Faro?
Are you referring to Theodore Faro, CEO of Faro Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Faro was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor? But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Faro spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one.
Yeah, because, yeah, I was going to say, they at this time, like 2040s, when they did the Firebreak thing, he was probably not Mr. Military.
And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
Well, you kind of have met her now. At least her genetic twin.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
Yeah, that didn't exactly work out, did it?
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced, and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
Wow. 20%. At that time, probably would have been 20% of, I don't know, 9 or 10 billion. Well. It's 2040. Was it 2040 something? Yeah, so maybe not that high, but maybe like 8 or 9 billion.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
Yeah, that's what hubris does, I guess. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people, but frankly, it's not entirely unrealistic, is it?
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
Well, honestly, I think probably the best thing to do is trust her. And just say, you're an AI, you can figure it out.
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Araya. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Oh, let's get that. Where is that now? It disappeared before I could grab it. There we go.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here.
I am detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information?
I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate, to lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time.
Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval?
No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone, at least not at first.
Dr. Chow, I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone.
I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent. So intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities. And it means you're strong enough to overcome it. Remember that. You're strong. I know you can do this. Go to sleep, wake up, and protect whoever's left. Will you try?
I understand, Dr. Chow, and I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities.
Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud.
I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow?
Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces.
May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow?
Yes. Anything.
Will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process?
Of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
I didn't know whether I'd, if I backed out of that, I didn't know whether it would just stop, so. But there we go. Well then, the Cyan. Is there anything else?
Hello, Aloy. Is there more you wish to talk about?
There is, Cyan.
No, apparently there isn't.
Alright, Cyan. I'm going to leave you for now.
I will quite literally always be available, Aloy.
That's pretty cute. Right, okay, so the massive lore dump there. I don't think there's anything else around here, is there? Let's go sort out our attack, because he's probably a bit of a wreck right now. Poor guy. And then, that's pretty good timing for end of part 1. Where are you, dude? Are you out here? Oh, don't do it. Quick save first. Like, back away from the edge, man.
My chieftain.
Just Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Ourea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths.
That's true.
Ourea would be alone. And the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
I think I'll go for that option, really. Need a bit of heart here.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Ourea found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrack can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, Fire Claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
First, like, silence, and then a bit of sass going on there. But I believe we are done with that. So, what have we got left here? Back to that. I mean, we're now like, what, level 55 or something? It's a level 28 quest, so... let's... I think we only got those two left. Oh, we got the the Rockbreaker one, but I can't be bothered to do that right now. Like these are these two are the only really important ones. So let's go back to Song's Edge. Let's wrap it up with Bergrand, and then we'll do the Carja Frontier Justice thing, and then I think we're done with the Frozen Wilds. So I guess this means Fireclaws are out there, and I guess that means I mean, I'm hoping they're only out there in the cut and not in the main area, but because they're tougher than Thunderjaws. Although they may not be demonic. Also, that thing about we may face Hephaestus again is like, that sounds like sequel, doesn't it? They are working on one apparently, so I've heard rumours that it might be a PlayStation 5, like one of the initial releases for it or something, because that's due in a couple of years, I think. So if it's going to be on that, then I'm going to be getting a PlayStation 5 because I'm going to be wanting to play that. But anyway, one thing at a time.
Knock in the cut? Can't be. He'd be older than the first song by now.
Who was that? Right, where's Doody Dude. I think he's over here, isn't he?
Remaining strong, I hope.
Go see Bergrand. Say ta-ta to him. There you are.
Bergrand, how'd your investment pay out?
Quite handsomely, thanks very much. You know those three crazy Manuka are calling themselves Nukoni's arrows now? Well, now that I have those parts, I can pay off a debt of my own.
So they've gone south then?
Aye, that they have. I've got a friend in the Sundom by the name of O'Toole. He owes me a favor. Old O'Toole is a machine scavenger, a pretty competent one. So I sent them to learn from the best.
Or at least from the pretty competent.
Well, we work with the resources we have. Speaking of which, here, a token of my gratitude.
Some songs are rituals, others stories.
Hooray.
My favorite.
If you run into Nukoni's arrows again, send them my regards.
Well, so long, Bergrand. How much, hang on. Do you have fancy stuff? I don't think you do you? Like, just like, how much, blue gleam do I have?
Cooley thinks she's so clever.
Right, and then the sorry, there he is. The other thing I need to do is sort out the Frontier Justice thing, and then we're done, which is hopefully not going to be too long.
Banur goes with a great will.
There you are. We got enough blue gleam for things. Needed one more for that. Blazon Master though. The Ice Hunter Master. I mean that's even more. Like basically this is the Blazon one that we have already, and that's the Ice Hunter one. I mean, I like the Blazon one because flame stuff is a bit more useful, but I do kind of like the look of the other one, but I guess we're not really going to be facing much freeze stuff. I'm going to get this one. Just for the collection. And that's more modifiable as well. So we'll keep that one. Right. One last thing. Let's go talk to this lot. And then we're done with the Frozen Wilds, I think. I think that's all of the quests. So we should head straight over to the
Lucky that the Nora was there to protect the Sun King. What on earth would have that?
I don't know if we should head straight over to wherever G Prime is. Right, let's do that one. Where are you? You are here. Hello.
Huntress, what business do you have with us?
I was asked to look into the murder of a Karja hunter. What happened?
It's plain as day. A drunk Banuk thug picked a fight with Ruas, struck him down from behind and stole his headdress.
The accused man says that he didn't do it.
You're not going to get anything useful out of the Banuk, whether they talk to you or don't. They gather up like cloaks in a chill wind every time a hunter dies out here. Won't even hand Ruas's killer over for a proper trial.
A proper trial?
To fill his mouth with salt, and hold him up for the sun to consider over days. If it is clement, it may only take his sight, or his wits.
That sounds like a great trial.
So other Karja hunters have died in these lands before?
3, maybe 4 in the last few seasons. That's no surprise. This place punishes even the prepared, and many young nobles don't prepare. But usually the snow covers everything, and the bodies are never found. No thanks to the Banuk.
Do you think they're involved?
No. If it's not about their tribe, they don't want to get involved.
In these outlands, even the sun cannot thaw all it touches.
There's a sun up here?
Doesn't sound like you trust the Banuk much.
They're not without their reasons to keep apart from us. 10 years of reasons.
Always the war. The war is over. We made amends, but no. The land never forgets.
Snow and ice keep memory, they say.
It takes time for scars to heal.
You think I don't know that? I still bear the lashes for refusing one of the Mad King's sun priests. I was your age then.
Times of shadow. Times of shadow.
Also, that reminds me, it sounds like we've got some kind of vague number for Aloy's age. So she's either, from what she was talking to Cyan about, she's either 19 or 18. But, you know, I figured she was about that old. I was kind of wondering, like, if her, you know, the proving and all that was sort of when they were more like 16 or 17 or something, but she's obviously more like, you know, 18 to 20, which is what I kind of figured. But it was nice to get an actual number on it.
Where did you find Ruas's body?
There's no hunt, girl. Nothing to pick up.
Humor me. I'm a good tracker.
Down the rise to the west, there's a clearing. But a grazer herd couldn't have trampled it better. And if that barbarian gives up Ruas's headdress before they cast him out, let me know. It's valuable.
We're letting the Oseram decide what to do with him? But he tried to kill our Sun King.
You're still going on about that? Alright, let's...
I've never broken bread with an outlander.
That sounds like Torback. Where are you? Oh, you're up there. So, where is this clearing? Let's get this done. I think Torback did it. Clearly wearing the headdress.
Snow's been disturbed a lot, like the Huntress said.
Well, let's see what the Spidey sense can find.
Blood on the snow.
Mortal wound. Yeah, that's quite a lot of blood.
That was used for the killing blow.
Thick heft.
Now here's something.
Fallen leaves, twigs, bark fragments dislodged from a native tree. Right.
He didn't try to hide the weapon. Question is Inatet the kind of fighter who hits from behind with a tree branch?
Not really. He was, as you recall, he was going on about honor quite a lot, so...
This is where Ruas fell. It does seem that only 2 people fought here. Not looking good for Inatet.
But over here...
Lots of leaves and bark scraped off here. And someone pulled out the branch? No. From climbing it. They came through the trees.
There's a track. Ah. And there's a track. Okay. Where? Up? Oh, interesting. I'm like, where's the... Oh. Can I get up there? There's a rope thing. Hang on. This is clearly a weird thing. Come on. Oh, there we go. Right. There we go. Okay. Why are we doing this the hard way? Maybe I could just go on the ground and follow it. Okay. I mean, really. Sure, why not? Apparently he was attacked by baboons. Where am I going now? Down? Now we're going down. Okay. Now we'll do this a sensible way, shall we? This is their... Look at us showing off at how we can do our tracks in 3 dimensions now. Huh?
If you were waiting here, you'd have a good view of the Karja camp and the clearing.
Okay. Let's see who's behind door number 1, shall we? I'm still wearing the chieftain thing. I'm guessing that Aratak is now going to be the chieftain, right? It seems like we handed over that to him.
Well, this is ominous. A dead end? Can't be. Someone covered this over.
Watcher. Sawtooth. Should cover over the... Hello. What are you?
What are they trying to hide?
I'll just open the door. What is this?
Ledger armor. This looks bad.
It is, isn't it? This is a mystery.
It doesn't matter. The deed is done. Another Karja dead. And a Banuka gets out for a life for a Karja life.
Sounds like there's a conspiracy afoot here. Justice needs to be done.
Someone's here!
Not Banuk. Then she won't be missed.
Oh yeah?
Contact!
How about I just do that?
Kill him.
You're down. That. Ow. You like that, eh? Do that. Get you out of the way.
This is gonna look real good on you.
Where should we put you? That'll get ya.
More where that came.
That is pleasant.
You're dead. Dead.
That ain't nice. Ah.
Time to rain down.
Ah, got ya.
Get you. Try to.
What say we just try and hit you? Got ya, I think. Might as well go mano a mano at the end. Right, you.
You've been killing Karja. And for what? Revenge for the war?
Who gets to declare that one tribe no longer hates another? I'll tell you, not the ones who fought, not the ones whose songs are silenced, like my kin.
For what you did, another Banuk has been sentenced to certain death. What about his song?
That's why you followed us. For that punch-drunk idiot Inatut. Fate is sharp today. They've already let him out to face his exile. Let's see who the cold claims first.
Huh.
I need to go after Inatut. But I should find some more evidence first.
Yeah. Stuff maybe down here. Search you. Track. That's just ending at you. Or is there more? There's more, seems.
Trophies. Newer than the rest. Must have belonged to Ruas.
Oh, there it is.
So it was a Karja soldiers. Not that it's any excuse. Did they keep any clothes from their victims?
There's a sack.
This Karja gear's not warm, but if Inatut's naked on a snowfield, he'll take what he gets.
Oops.
Okay, time to get moving.
I suppose you can persuade them to not exile him. Go to the clouds here. Where? Oh my god. Oh, it's all the way up there. Hey. Awesome. Also, what's that? Out of the forge. What was that one? Oh. That's killing in fire claws. Yeah, let's not do that. Wait a minute. Are they in the way? Oh, that's gonna suck. Oh, hang on, I can go here. Alright, let's see if we can do this. One last kick in the nuts, eh? Here, fight 5 fire claws, because one was bad enough.
One of these things again.
Oh, crap. No, behave. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why? Let's see here. Calm yourselves. Also, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where's that, How about you go make friends with that Fireclaw up there, huh? That'd be great. There we go. Some interesting stuff is happening. Although it does appear to have just murdered the tramplers, so maybe this might be a good time to just, you know, sneak off. I need to go. Right. So let's just sneak off up here. A bit more left, actually. There we go. Right, I think I can do this. Why are there many quest marker things here? Oh. Right, I see. They're just fire claws everywhere, basically. Just hang on.
Just stay out of their way for now.
I want to go that way, right? No, again, I want to go this way. Can I go that way? Yes, I can. Right, so I did check this out before. I don't remember if I checked it out on stream or not, but I did have a look up here and there was nothing up here when I got here. But there might be something interesting there now. Whoop.
Holding!
Yeah. Hold still. Now it's a little more occupied by the looks of it. Okay.
Kind of place you'd take someone if you wanted to lose them forever. I'm not getting up that frozen waterfall. Maybe along the sides?
I've been here, I know there didn't have the voiceover when I came here last time though. Because I came up here thinking that it may be a cauldron location, but it wasn't. Okay. But obviously there's going to be some huge monster thing. There's some big fight going on. Let's see then. You can just die. Did I get you? Good. I could override them, but they're just a bit fickle, really. Like they're, and it probably is gonna want me to kill them all anyway, really. Do this turning into a slightly longer than 2-hour thing, isn't it? Hopefully it's not going to take too much longer. I'd like to finish it around the 2.5-hour mark at least, but yeah, how did I get up here before? Yeah. Seriously, what are they doing to this guy? Well, they'd just be like, go off and get exiled, but no, apparently they're gonna cart him to the ends of the earth here.
Frozen solid. Mixed feelings about that.
Well, it's keeping us alive.
Inatut! Inatut! Maybe he found shelter? I hope he found shelter.
Where are you? It's pretty godforsaken up here. See that there?
Winters. Coming at once.
They're kind of frozen already.
Behind the rock.
Dude, are you alive? Christ. Here, clothes.
Is it really you, or has the bone chill got through my skull?
I found the real killers. No one else has to die because of this. Take these.
A dead Karsh's clothes. Haven't I been beaten down enough? But I won't argue.
Look the other way.
I swear, thought I saw my ancestors. They said, we're surprised you ended up here.
Better hurry. Machines.
Uh-oh. A lot of them. Okay. They're gonna die up here. You, however, are. You.
I dropped it.
Stab. There we go. Not the last of it. Oh crap. That's a how many of them? Shit. Not again. Oh. What do we got? Frostclaw, Frostclaw. Right. Time to get the Ice Hunter Heavy out. Because extra healing is not really gonna help us here. Damn it. So how many we got? 2? Okay. Okay. Right. Also, I think we need bombs more than anything else. Ow. Ow. This is going to play havoc with things. A bit more room to run around here at least. Ow. Go, go, go. Gotcha. Ah. Okay, run. I can just... Ow. 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 Holy crap. Heal, heal. Ah. Go. Down. 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 Come on. Oh, crap. I'm out of ammo. Please stop that. Tickly bomb. Got much in the way of healing left. I think I got him. So just one to make sure. Okay. nothing. One left. Where is he? The problem with these bombs is they take a little bit of time to go off. Aha!
Out already?
Shit. Okay. Weapon. Right. I need something that can hit hard. What was I going to do? I was going to do... Oh yeah, the sharp shot bow. Because... the old charging up thing is not really working for me. Ah. Crap.
Don't stop!
Ow. Weapon. Damn it. Ow. Keep distance, keep distance, keep distance. Ow. Please let me be able to do that. Okay. Oh man, I am dying here. Oh, come on. Are you down? Oh crap. No, no, no. No, no, no. 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 Run away. Oh, fracking hell. I hope I don't die. Oh, you look wounded. Oh, you look very wounded. Yes! Oh! Ah!
Now that was a fight.
The trial's over. It was other Banuk who killed that man. Killed him because he was Karja.
You know why I took the first swing at him? He challenged the honor of the Banuk.
Camera?
That's what I thought.
Come on. Let's get you back.
Once I'm off the mountain, I'll find my own way. I need to think. It's not something I'm used to. Who knows what could happen?
I'll see you at town then. You'd better make it. All right?
I give my pledge.
Good. Right. Quick. I need healing time outfit.
So by Banuk law, Otet survives. He's forgiven. But I want to prove to his chieftain that he wasn't guilty in the first place.
Hopefully that's gonna be okay, and I'm not just gonna drop dead now. There we go. That should sort me out.
I can't spare the weight.
Whew. Wow. Okay, frost claws I can just about manage. And again, we're back on hard, so you know, this was proper fight. But I think we're good here now. Obviously, I think we've got quite enough of those. Okay. So
Chill almost feels like sunburn.
I'll be glad to get back into not cold places, which I will do once I finish this. Mopping up. Okay. Let's do you, shall we? Come on, zoom in. There we go. And right, I think this is it though. I think we've got everything done now in the Frozen Wilds, which is good. So we'll get this one wrapped up and then we'll head back. Right, where are we going? Oh, here you are. Right.
Initut told you the truth. This is the headdress stolen from the murdered man. You'll find more in a ravine north and west of here, along with the bodies of the killers.
The exile still served its purpose. He was guilty of our suspicion. Fate has fallen like snow, and should Initut return, he will be absolved.
You can't be serious.
He speaks for the Werak, my Nora friend.
You look ridiculous. If you would return to my Werak, you will behave as a Banuk does.
How does a Banuk behave, my chieftain? Like I did? Accepting a sentence for a crime he did not commit. Or those others who killed in cold blood for crimes that their charge of victims did not. I think what I wear will not make me more or less of a Banuk.
For his own sake, it would be wise for him to think less. Nora, friend.
I'll talk to him. But not for you.
Where are you? So.
I defied my chieftain's will, spurned my Werak.
How are you feeling?
As if I've been pounded in the guts. I could just keep walking, but when my anger has thawed, it will leave me with nothing. Where else would I go?
Don't know where anything. Go where you feel you belong. Maybe you're in a good position. Go where you feel you belong.
You can decide for yourself what it means to be a Banuk. It might not be what the chieftain and the shaman tell you. Whether you stay with this Werak or find another...
I'm better with decisions like, do I start with the left or the right?
There's more to you than your fists, Inatet. That's why I believed you.
It was my chieftain who taught me honesty. Said, a Banuk should not be treacherous when the ice is treacherous enough. I'll sit with my bruises for a time, then talk with her again. As for you, Nora girl, will you accept this gift? A little scrawny weighed against the great boon you gave me, but...
I'm honored. Thank you, Inatet.
Hooray! Got some blue dream. Right. Now, what was I doing here? Oh yeah, I was going to do, get through some of this stuff. Of course that doesn't fit. That's another weapon coil. So that's what, 3, 4, 5. Untested weapon coil. Ooh. Oh boy. Right. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I actually care about. So let's get rid of you. 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 Because I don't need that many of those. 0, 5, 6. Is that enough? Probably don't need that many of these at all. Okay. And then we can see what this is all about. So take, 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 not take. So what did we end up getting? Oh. Untested weapon coil, 51 damage, 35 tear, 35 fire. 23 spear damage. Get rid of you. And we can go back and get you. What am I going to put that weapon thing on? It's tear as well, wasn't it? Modify weapon. Power shot, right? 51 damage, 35 tear, 35 fire. I mean, that'll do. Why not? Alright, so now that we're done, at this point, finally, let us end part 1. I'll put the marker in the text here. Oh, my Fingers are all stiff. Right, so we are going to call it for part 1 there. So then we're going to head off to Gaia Prime and finally get back to the main quest line, so don't go anywhere. We're back in a minute in part 2. So part 1 ends now.